We're Sarah and Jess pulling chairs to the table, sharing these stories wild and unstable. Trash talk to tacos, it's how we play. New episodes dropping every Tuesday. We laugh, we cry, we spill what's real.
Today, we're talking a little bit about Ellen Greenberg and how it is one of the most infuriating cases that I personally have heard about. It's so frustrating. So, the true crime cases, are hard sometimes. This one, they're labeling a suicide. If you haven't watched Death in Apartment 603, you should probably do that. It's on Hulu and it's amazing. Sarah, did you get to double watch it? Because I know you watched it a long time ago.
No, I only watched it once and it wasn't that long ago. I think it was just 2 weeks. I started it late, watched the episode, fell asleep, and then was like, wait a minute, it was so good. I remembered to rewatch it. Does that ever happen where you like watch a show, you like it, but you pass out because you stay up so late and then you forget. And then months later, you're like, I forgot I never finished that. I fell asleep.
Constantly. I do it with reading books too. I'll get too tired, then I can't remember like the last 2 pages I read. So I have to go
Uh,
back.
Yeah. And then you're like 10 pages in and you're like, oh, I'm 20 pages ahead. I already read all this. Now I remember.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's the worst. So you're in for a mix of murder and mystery when you watch this. A lot of medical nonsense and bureaucratic gaslighting. I was so infuriated by how this was handled and how it was being swept under the rug. It just makes you so mad. It makes you not trust people sometimes. It makes you wonder who's connected with who to possibly just get this. The dad even said, Ellen's dad said, if you want to get away with a murder, have it labeled a suicide at first because
That's
then
crazy.
you're golden.
I don't get it. So basically, if common sense were a crime, the investigators in this case would all be liars because there's just no way.
They pretty much acknowledged, like they got together and had a meeting, and that's how it went back to being a
Yeah,
murder again. And they had no reasons for themselves. They kind of sat there and they're like, yep, that's true.
it's crazy.
It makes you question the system for
So
sure.
tell us who this Ellen Greenberg is for those that haven't watched it.
Yeah. So she's a 27-year-old girl, um, a teacher in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She seemed like a lot of fun, like your average, just fun girl. She's beautiful. She was Jewish.
She was beautiful for sure. Yeah.
She was engaged and loved by all of her friends and was planning her wedding. And I think she was going to try to get married in Hershey, Pennsylvania, which I think is so cute. And this happened in January of, wait,
2011.
it was 2011. For some reason, I thought it was much later. So, January 2011, her fiance, Sam Goldberg, says he came home to his apartment and found the door locked. And he said by a chain, but it wasn't necessarily a chain. It was more like one of those weird things you put across at a hotel. You just flip it across.
Yeah.
And he had to break it open. And inside, he finds Ellen dead with 20 stab wounds. By the way, he didn't know there were 20 stab wounds. If you listen to his 911 call, it's different.
Yeah, see, I listened to the snippet that they put on the show, but 20 stab wounds, and that's suicide. No way. 10 to the back of her neck and head, 10 to her chest and stomach, and one of them went through her heart too. Like,
Mhm.
seriously? But that's suicide? Does not make sense to me.
And then someone who re-examined the case said that there's no way that wound happened while she was alive. It happened, after death. And I think that that is so absurd that it's now just coming out that they actually could tell that and they labeled it a suicide.
So the parents have been fighting this since 2011, and then somebody finally listened and decided to take them serious and actually do a documentary. And now hopefully they'll get the answers they need, but I feel like in this case, will they?
I know. It's like
I
almost
feel like the police are going to look really, really bad, I think.
I think they're all kind of coming clean now. It's been enough time that the people that were in power, now there's more of people trying to do the right thing is what it sounds like, which I can appreciate because
Right.
Sam guy, his family was connected. His uncle was an attorney, and he had since became a judge. So I think that's kind of crazy. And then one of the medical examiners is now no longer allowed to practice. He had some like malpractice lawsuits against him for like,
And not even, this one was not even in that. So
right.
could you just imagine what else goes on in these autopsies?
It's scary and it's sad. And, unless people take you seriously and really listen to you, you might not be getting the right kind of help that you need.
I wonder if people can buy their own autopsies. Like, I don't trust them, so let me hire this guy to come do it.
They do hire people to do second opinions, reading over the documents, and that's what they did in this case as well. They hired their own person to start an investigation and their own doctors. But it took them a long time because it went back and forth a few times. Suicide, undetermined, back to suicide, to murder. It's just everything. It's just nuts. But this woman supposedly stabbed herself 20 times, like you said, including in places that would make it almost impossible to keep going. I mean, if you think about just cutting yourself like with a razor blade, I'm like stinging and I'm mad.
No. I freak out over a paper cut. Come on.
I mean, I don't think, and this girl doesn't look like she can take one for the team. Like, she's not a boxer. She's not a UFC fighter. Like, 20 stab wounds is insane.
Yeah, if you're going to kill yourself, I don't know how many people, I don't think that's probably ever happened.
Right. And she went to get gas before she even went home. Like, she was anticipating, she was making a fucking fruit salad, for crying out loud. And what? Oh, I'm cutting my fruit salad. I just think I want to die right now. I just don't see it.
No, and that guy just gives creeper look. Her fiance, he just gives that vibe.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about the locked door a little bit. So Sam said the chain was latched from the inside, but no one actually documented that in official photos. So, I mean, no one knows. We're just going off of his word at this point. That's
crazy.
Yeah. So the entire case is hinging on a trust me bro moment by Sam. So we're supposed to just believe this guy broke into his own apartment, found his fiance dead, and then called his parents before calling 911.
Right. Also, a solid choice when finding a dead body. Forget emergency services. Mom will know what to do. Believe it or not, I wonder if my kids would do that, though.
I feel like you might do that. Hey, Marsha? Brian?
I don't know. Might, actually. It depends.
It's true. We really shouldn't judge too harshly. I don't know. I don't have a mom that I would call and be like wanting to tell anything to. So
that might have happened earlier, but I can't tell you about it on here. So remind me.
Okay. That's hilarious. You'll have to tell me. So the first medical examiner was Dr. Osborne, and he ruled Ellen's death a homicide. He saw the stab wounds and the bruises on her body and said, yeah, this woman didn't do this to herself, because she did have bruises in several stages of healing. So where did all of these come from? They obviously didn't come from just that night, because they're all in different stages.
Then the police called back and they're like, oh, can you change that? Like crazy.
The ruling got switched from homicide to suicide after some reconsideration.
And the way that guy was on the interviews, wasn't he, that said he changed it?
Yeah.
Was he in the documentary? I feel like I seen the sadness in his face. Like, he knew he
sadness.
was,
I saw like I
messed
probably
up.
took money for this, or I did this for a reason that I shouldn't have. It more looked like, damn, I'm caught, and how am I going to be like the most transparent I can be without incriminating myself? It was so awkward.
He's the one that got in trouble, right?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. So the wounds didn't make sense. Some were delivered with enough force to puncture bone, while others were shallow and superficial. And the bruises were in the various stages of healing. Of course, you'd think that would raise red flags.
But no, apparently stabbing yourself repeatedly in the spine is just a new self-care routine. Like, no.
I need some bloodletting today. We'll just get it all out.
Right?
So fast forward to today, Ellen's parents have been fighting for over a decade. They spent over $1 million to have this reclassified as a homicide, or at least undetermined at the minimal, right? So they hired these experts who all say the same thing. There's no possible way that this is a suicide.
No. And that's what I don't understand. Even the knife wounds, they said it was impossible at those angles to be doing it yourself. Unless she had detachable arms, which obviously she did not. Her arms are real. So I don't know. It's the boyfriend, fiance. And the family all covered it up, I bet. Helped.
Yeah. So the district attorney's office and the police were doubling down. The case kept bouncing between agencies like a hot potato that no one wanted to hold.
Yeah, it's like they were just trying to keep it from getting to fruition, like getting out there. They just thought maybe it'll go away if we keep saying we're working on it and passing it around to different hands. Like then nobody can be set accountable for answers.
So the Hulu doc, Death in Apartment 603, dives into this deep mess, and you get interviews with Ellen's parents, who are absolute warriors fighting for their daughter. They're like, this is my life's mission at this point. Experts who basically shred the suicide theory in every way possible.
Right. You also get a master class on how not to investigate a crime.
That's very true.
Don't do anything they did here.
Yeah. It's one of those cases that leaves you yelling at the TV, like, what in the hell's going on? My script says you're fighting with your TV like it owes you money. It was like, wait, I don't know about that.
Don't read that. But in all seriousness, at the end of this, if Ellen didn't kill herself, who did kill her? And also, why is everybody pretending they don't own a brain? Like, the facts are there.
It's
like,
true.
Just
So what do we think? Do we think cover up, incompetence, or both?
both. I think both. Cover up because of incompetence. And I also think a little bit of who knows who, maybe.
Yes. You have to know the right people. So this case definitely deserves real answers. And until that happens, we'll all be talking about it loudly, sarcastically, and possibly with some tacos, which I'm not eat yet, so a taco sounds amazing.
I just ate a muffin. But justice might be slow, but sarcasm is instant. So I hope they get their crap together. That's for sure.
That is true. I was trying to think about if there's anything else about this case that I didn't like. I do know she was having a hard time at school, and like right away, Sam was like throwing her under the bus of mental illness. He's like, no, she was depressed. And her parents, so she did want to quit her job at some point. She said it was just too stressful. And her dad got her a psychologist and said, hey, go to the psychologist. I don't want you like ruining your reputation of being a great teacher. Like, let's just try to work this out. And then if you still want to move home, you can move home. Because she wanted to move home, like away from Sam. Even though she said emphatically, Sam never did anything wrong to her. She said there was no abuse. But isn't that what an abused person would say?
What about if Sam is having an affair with a man and the man came in and did that?
Maybe someone could be hiding in her apartment. That's plausible.
I mean, or I don't know. I mean, it does seem like Sam would have done it, but I don't know that he would still antagonize and be like, do you think I did it? Do you think I did it to the friends?
Lied so many times. Did you see the part where he right away said that the concierge of their building, their apartment building, came up with him? He didn't. They got the video surveillance from the elevator hall. Sam goes up by himself. Sam came down and asked the concierge to go with him. And he's like, dude, I'm not allowed to leave my desk unless it's like,
So you think he went up and did it right then and there? He was angry because she wasn't letting him in the apartment, but she would have called 911 or something. A friend?
I don't know. He sounded really mad in the text messages. I think he was mad over something, killed her, then went downstairs to work out, and then knew he had to like cause a scene afterwards, right? Because he had already killed her. So then he's like, hey, come up with me. My girl's not answering the door. And I think now there are videos on YouTube how to manhandle these, the hotel latches.
To make it lock when you're not
Lock
inside.
or unlock. Yeah,
Yeah.
the outside. So I think that may have been a possibility. And he was trying to get an alibi with the concierge guy who wouldn't go with him. So he just said, hey, I went down there and he came back up with me. But no one asked the concierge. None of the police officers got the video. None of them asked the concierge man. And he for sure thinks Sam did it.
I need to look up his record. I mean, a crime of, unless maybe somebody else did it, but he knows who did it.
That's
I don't
a very
know. I
real
think,
possibility.
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know either, but what
confused.
I do know is I don't believe it's a suicide. And if so, kudos to Ellen because I never would have guessed it. And I really don't think, especially after the medical examiner said that stab wound to the chest could not have been done, before she was dead.
And not to mention the one in the heart, that one alone,
Yeah.
I don't know.
The blood spatter was not flowing in the right directions. So the body was moved.
Yeah, I don't know. I really want to know. Hopefully we get a break in the case. I'd like to hear everybody's opinion. So if you have one, drop it below.
Definitely. So thanks for hanging out with us.
We're Sarah and Jess pulling chairs to the table, sharing these stories wild and unstable. Trash talk to tacos, it's how we play. New episodes dropping every Tuesday. We laugh, we cry, we spill what's real. Heartfelt, bizarre, the chaos we feel. From late night debates to pondering why. We're your best friends on a podcast. Hi. Casual chatter like friends in a room, bright as the sun and loud as the moon. No subject sacred, no thought too small. We're chewing on life, answering its call. We laugh, we cry, we spill what's real. Heartfelt, bizarre, the chaos we feel. From late night debates to pondering why. We're your best friends on a podcast. Hi. From top shelf wisdom to jokes down below, we've got a rhythm that'll steal the show. Hold your coffee, spill your tea, talking trash as tacos in glee. We laugh, we